Hello ladies, gentlemen, and everything in between, and as you see before you, a HP. This is a HP EliteBook 8470p. I'm going to be taking this apart slightly, the underside of it, and replacing whatever's in it, the thermal paste with Arctic Silver. I cannot remember what is inside of this processor wise. I'm pretty sure this has a 3rd gen Sandy Bridge i5, but I'm not 100% on that, and if it is a 3rd gen i5, I'm not sure which one, and I can't be bothered turning this on to find out. So let's get into this. First, of course, take out the battery. Don't want to shock yourself. Never shock yourself when you're doing this, and always take the battery out, because if you do not, there is a chance, one, that you just can't take it off because there's a screw here and a screw here and here, and I'd say the screws there, and that one's for the top plate. By the looks of it, what was I saying? We can take this off, and that is the CPU there. That to one side. So the aim of this today, take those 3 screws out, take out the CD reader here with the screw here, I should be able to see all this. It may be a little bit weird to look at. This is done at 720p because it's just whatever the highest webcam I have is. But let's get into this. Annoyingly, I do not have any magnetic tipped screwdrivers, so just gonna do it like this. Where else do we see any? Those do the keyboard, though it looks like I will need to take them out as well. Let's get this out of the way. Put that over there separately. There we go. Got that out. This is just a who made this one then? So it seems to be just a straight Hewlett Packard. I can't really zoom it in, unfortunately, but a straight Hewlett Packard made CD drive. Next to take off seems to be these rubber pads, and these 2 down here. Rubber pads around all 4 of these corners. Cool, so there is in fact a let me do this. There is in fact a screw down in here, a torque screw. It's probably anti-tamper. Thankfully I have things to do with that. Let's get these out. So that's now all 4 of them loose, so I'm just going to tip this over carefully. Lovely. Now, can I see any more holding in this back plate? Got one there, another TR. I don't know if this screw here, which is holding in this plate, is connected at all. I'm going to assume it is. Another TR here. These 2 Phillips, and that seems to be about it physically holding this in place. That is a lie. There's another Phillips there and a little Phillips down under there. So let's just get these torque screws out of here. So these are kind of weird. I don't know if you'll be able to get enough detail on this. But it's a torque screw in the center. So the star-shaped one. Again, I don't know. But then it also has a flathead bit in as well. So if you have a flathead, you can undo these even without a torque screw. Or like a torque screw bit, which I find to be quite weird. Where is it reflecting? What is it reflecting off? It's reflecting a light over like that away, but it's reflecting just off a circuit board. There's no visible reflection of that IRL. Weird. I guess this needs to come out as well. What I should do probably is get the hard drive out. So this in memory. It's a Toshiba MK3261, which I believe is a 320 gigabyte. Yeah, HD. HDD 320 gigabyte. Guessing on the form factor, I'm going to guess it's a 5400 RPM, but it does not specify anywhere on here. No, it's not specified anywhere on here. I'm seeing another 2 screws here and here, which I'm going to assume is all connected. Yep, that's all connected. Just so I'll deal with them in a bit. They really didn't want you getting inside this. This CPU also appears to be socketed, so I'll be interested to see if you are able to upgrade the CPU after the fact. Okay, so there's actually 4 more TR screws, 2 more on the other side as well, that I missed. And as far as I can tell, that is actually all of the screws out that are connected at all to this base plate. Oh, and these 2 in here, but I don't think they'll be important. I shall take them out nonetheless. Okay, so I've come to the conclusion that these 2 screws here are captive because I can't get them out at all, but either way. So let's give this another try. Doesn't appear to be anything stopping me from just prying this out now. The flathead back in here. Let's go for a slightly larger flathead this time. It's always a discomforting part of taking apart a laptop is this part where you're trying to carefully unclip all the bits around the edge. There's one around here. This doesn't want to come off. There we go, got it that time. Got it. Just gently poking around. That's the back mostly off. Okay, so about 10 minutes later, I've discovered that the screws of the fan that are captive in this little holder are connected to, is this captive? Okay, is connected to this plate, and then that holds the fan in place as well. Now there is a little connector here I'm going to be careful of. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Ooh, there we are. That's that plate completely disconnected, and this is the inside. So let's have a quick peek around, shall we? A little bit of rust on this, just there. The inside of it, like the fan itself, looks pretty clean. Get a light in here. Yeah, looks pretty clean. Figure out a better way. There's very little dust in there. Cool. That's always good to see. Is a laptop, especially I have a dog, when the laptop is clean. So the heat fins are free floating. So what do we got? We got a CT. I don't know what CT is. I'm going to assume crucial. But it's... Can that focus there? I don't know where the focus is on this. It's a CT 4 gigabytes from Daco 951. Samsung. It's 1111B2. They're DDR3. DDR3 4 gigabytes. Good to know. Need to get some more of that maybe. So what do we got over here? That's Southbridge, Northbridge even, which is an Intel Core 11 SLJ 8A. So 8 series. So yeah, it's 3rd gen. What do we need for this? Just Phillips head. It's always amazed me, especially with laptops, especially nowadays with laptops, is this is a 14-inch screen, I believe it's a 14-inch. How much they can pack into this, because nowadays you get full spec graphics cards inside of a form factor that's a little bit bigger than this, and this just has just the CPU, no onboard graphics, so it's just the no dedicated graphics rather, so it's just straight onboard graphics.
All these screws are of course captive, so I don't have to worry about them anyway. Wonderful. Alright.
So what does this say? 2L314196A SROWY Shrowy. I assume it's the Sandy Bridge. It's the 3000 of 3000. That is very dry. That's like chalk. Yeah, nice and shiny. No markings on the CPU itself, but I'm curious if this is actually socket or if it just looks like it. Is that the biggest one I have? That is the biggest flathead. No, it isn't. This is the biggest flathead I have. There we are. PGA. Interesting. No markings on the bottom. It's got 001 marking on the bottom. Just here. 001. Arrow. No arrow on this. I'm pretty sure I know which way in it goes. Yeah, the little indented arrow up in this corner right here. Cool. Let me just see real quick if I can pick a video. Go away. If I zoom this in, no, it doesn't get where's the focus? If it'll focus any better. No, never mind. This is just done on a Logitech C270, just a 720p webcam, nothing special. Yeah, there's a little indented arrow in there, so that should still be loose. Yep. Just turn that to lock it all the way around. Boom. Cool. That is the same way that my old... It was Lenovo / IBM ThinkPad. It was a X61, which had like a fold-up laptop, and the screen would come up flat and it would spin around and fold down on top of the keyboard and turn into like a very thick tablet. Had that similar style. Nowadays, usually the CPU is sort of set into it. So let's give the chalk on here. That's still damp. That's okay. Just the CPU was basically chalk. I think it would have been running quite warm. Fins are quite dusty. I knew all that time pretending to play the harmonica would come in handy eventually. So there's actually on here, on this little copper cold plate. You can probably see it right here. If I get the light right. There's a little indent here and here to mark, I'm assuming for the machine. So the machine that does the thermal paste applications knows its boundaries, and it's literally just sees two little indents inside of the metal and puts stuff in between. While I'm here, I'm going to real quick cleanse a little bit of stuff off of this. It does not connect firmly to much. It's got a little heat pad here, what do you call it? Thermal pad here, which just connects to a little piece of plastic, which then gets covered up. So I'm not too sure why that matters, but it does. So, oh well. And let's put some new tiny little blob of Arctic silver. That should be enough for this size application. There we go. Only a little bit got left on that. Have a nice little layer of thermal paste. Atop the CPU, it may be a little thin, but we'll find out. So a proper look at that. That is a very good coating. Wonderful. Ran a bit of blue tack. I wonder why how long that's been there for. So, put you back on. Just your 4 screws, which line up like so. There we go. Crossways pen. I'm somewhat thinking it wouldn't be a terrible idea to put a little tiny bit of thermal paste on this, so that it can interface between that and the pad. However, I don't think the pad actually matters that much. That doesn't get hot enough for the pad to really matter. Now this does not have a cage for some reason, so it's kind of just loosely suspended, which I'm not too happy about, but it's not something I can deal with. Let us make sure that this turns on. Lock that in place. Turn it around. No. Oh, it won't turn on because it's been dead for the last fucking month. Oh man, that's dumb. What do you mean this dead laptop won't turn on? Alright, I'm gonna... Ah! Wow, that's sharp. That's exactly what I need, but it's sharp. Got to cable manage this laptop. A phrase very few people probably think about. You're in proper. You're in proper. Check. You're in proper. Yep. You are in proper as well. Sweet. So all the cables are in properly. Should be good to go when I charge this up. Put you in that way. I was just getting caught on something. And again, this is a captive screw right here. Cool. This goes on top. Like that. Sweet. So, thank you for joining me as I waste an hour and a quarter of my life. I hope you have a nice morning, a nice evening, and a nice afternoon. Look at how freckly that screen is. Geesh.